Good evening, my friend. I think one of the hardest parts, at least for me, with having mental illness is having the idea or the feeling that I'm in this completely by myself. Melissa has never experienced, I think I've said this on several occasions, but Melissa has never experienced child abuse. She had very wonderful parents. And even if your partner has some idea of mental illness, it doesn't necessarily mean that they can empathize with what you're going through. But they can sympathize. They can see what it's doing to you. They can see the pain and the hurt and how much it's exhausting. It's physically exhausting to have some forms of mental illness like depression. When I discovered, I guess I was in my 30s, my early 30s, when I discovered that there was such a thing as mental illness, and that it was people were starting to explore it more as an illness instead of just a condition. A condition you can get over. But when they started to really, really get into the root of some of the mental illnesses, they discovered, wait a minute, this goes a lot deeper. What has really pleased my souls in recent years, they have connected physical, the physical aspect of mental illness with the psychological. And they can see it more as, in some cases, as a disability. That being said, I have found a lot of comfort on YouTube. I've been on YouTube for 4 years now making videos. And in that time, I have met some really wonderful people. And I do feel less alone. Logically speaking, I know that I was never alone when it came to dealing with mental illness and experiencing what it's like to be constantly afraid. That's something I can't turn off. It's there all the time. I'm constantly afraid. And that causes my stress levels to go up, which causes me to have hypertension. And the stress level also causes me to have gastroparesis. These are real physical issues. And just knowing that there are other people out there who are experiencing the exact same thing at the exact same moment I am has really helped me feel like I'm connected to other people. One of the things that Zen teaches, the Zen philosophy teaches, is that when you exhale, somebody is there to inhale exactly what you just exhaled. And in that sense, that makes us all connected. And if you want to go a little bit deeper into that, every 12 seconds, a little girl and a little boy have just been molested. So our little community of survivors grows exponentially every day. Every 12 seconds, it grows exponentially. And we have never been alone. Ever. Although these tragic things have happened, it's kind of cool to know that when I wake up in the morning, that there will be millions of people out there who are feeling exactly the same way that I'm feeling at that moment. I have these thoughts that at some point I'm going to say something and I'm going to make somebody feel better. And I want to make people feel better. I don't want people to feel alone or ashamed. I don't want them to feel afraid. And I don't want people to think that because you have a mental illness, you have some stigma attached to you all of a sudden that makes you not part of society. If anything, we are the reality of society. And what people try to portray in society is just false. Because none of us live in the 1950s idea of a traditional home. Daddy doesn't go to work and come home, have dinner, and go to bed. The reality, we are the reality, and that's why people try to brush us aside. And that's why people try to tell us that what we experienced didn't actually happen. And they try to tell us that we need to stop making stuff up. But I really do think that we are the reality. But if you're ever in a situation where you think that you are alone, please message me. You're not alone. You are absolutely not alone. And if I can ever help you, I will do my best. I will do my best. I have bad days just like everybody else, so I can definitely sympathize and empathize with you. And we can talk it out. We can work it out together. You're not alone. There's millions of us out there. We just need to find each other. And we need to lean on each other. And we need to be there and be alive for each other. There's a song that is probably one of my all-time favorite songs. And there's two artists that I really for doing this song. And if you get a chance to download it, it's Bridge Over Troubled Water. The first group that I really like who sings it is Simon and Garfunkel. And the second is Elvis Presley. So if you ever get a chance to download either one of those versions, and you're ever feeling alone, I would like for you to play that and know that I'm dedicating it to you every time you hear it. I appreciate you, and I'm glad you're still here. And every day is a struggle, I know. But just get through right now. And we'll deal with the next moment when it comes. Just deal with right now. Okay?